Good morning. My name is Carter Stewart. I'm the United States Attorney for the Southern District of Ohio, and we're here today to announce that a bill of information has been filed this morning in federal court charging Carl W. Shye Jr. with embezzling almost $500,000 in federal funds while he was treasurer of 4 charter schools in Ohio from 2005 to 2011. Each of the schools that Shye worked for received more than $10,000 per year in federal funds. Because treasurers employed by schools are certified by the state, they are considered public officials. School treasurers bear the solemn responsibility of protecting public funds. Shye is accused of criminally abusing that trust. Embezzlement from a program receiving federal funds is punishable by up to 10 years in federal prison, $250,000 in fines, and up to 3 years of supervised release. The charge also seeks forfeiture of $472,000, which we have traced to the embezzlement. We know that he will be arraigned on June 21st at 10 a.m. before Judge Frost here in federal court. And in keeping with the Justice Department's policy concerning public discussion of pending charges, we are limiting our comments today. We will have more to say after that hearing on June 21st. I want to emphasize that this bill of information was a cooperative effort between the FBI, the Ohio Auditor Dave Yost, the Ohio Ethics Commission, and Attorney General Mike DeWine. And at this point, I would turn it over to Mr. Yost for comment.
When I came into office last year, I quickly noticed a pattern of conduct regarding Mr. Shye. And in February of 2011, approximately a month after I took office, I asked our Special Investigations Unit to reach out to the FBI and to the U.S. Attorney's Office and to request a joint investigation into Mr. Shye's activity. Today's bill of information is the result of the last 15 months of work between these agencies. As an example of the pattern I'm discussing, in Legacy Academy for Leaders in the Arts in Youngstown, a special audit last year, which was underway in February, found $352,000 in findings. New Bethel Center of Excellence, also underway at that time, $94,000 in findings. Columbus's Montessori Renaissance Experience, 2012, that's this year, $126,000 in findings. Altogether, we have, since 2002, 17 audits with 62 findings against Mr. Shye. The work that was done by these law enforcement agencies was complicated. More about that will be discussed during the court proceedings, but I want to thank especially the investigators at the FBI, who you'll hear from, for their cooperative work. All the old saws about how it's hard to deal with the feds were certainly not true in this case. The federal authorities worked hand in glove with local authorities. I'd also like to commend Mike Spirit, the director, chief of our Special Investigations Unit, for his tenacity and hard work. We are releasing 3 additional audits regarding Mr. Shye today. The Arts Academy in Lorain County, it has $75,000 in findings for lack of supporting documentation for debits, cash withdrawals, and checks. When we're talking about public money, it is almost inconceivable to me that there is any legitimate reason for cash withdrawals of public money. In the Arts Academy West in Cleveland, we found $14,000 in findings for lack of supporting documentation, again, debit withdrawals and checks. And the Patriot Preparatory Academy in Columbus includes $5,400 in findings for payroll advances to the executive director that were never reimbursed to the school. That $5,400 was actually the remaining unpaid balance. The total of payroll advances was many tens of thousands of dollars more than that. Another questionable practice, advancing payroll. I'd like to turn it over now to the SAC for the FBI, Ed Henko.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to echo the comments made by the U.S. Attorney and also Mr. Yost on the cooperative efforts to bring this investigation to prosecution and the U.S. Attorney's Office's role in conducting the prosecution. In my experience, no case is really brought forward unless there is a lot of cooperation, and that cooperation in this instant was extreme. Two things that it really brought to this case home was that one, the audit function. In 26 years of my federal experience, always in these embezzlement cases, it's the audit function that brings to light those criminal misdeeds. So it's very important to have a strong checks and balance system, and Mr. Yost provided that here, and going forward I hope that is the case, and we will always be here, of course, to take any referrals, take a look at them, and then refer them to the U.S. Attorney's Office. The second thing that nobody's discussed yet is that this case and these acts by Carl Shye have deprived children of an excellent education. The charter schools are set up so that they can provide education to a variety of children, and this embezzlement harmed those children. And I think that is kind of the point of this that we should really take a look at. Next, though, I'd like to have Director Paul Nick of the Ohio Ethics Commission, and he'll be up next. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ed. I would echo the comments of the U.S. Attorney, the Auditor Dave Yost, and also Ed Haskell. This is a situation where several state and federal agencies have worked collaboratively to detect and discover fraud and hold the person involved culpable and hold them to charge. What's important for folks to understand is that the same laws under the Ethics Code that protect the public with traditional schools apply equally to community schools. And I think that this case demonstrates how the existing laws can come to play and to ensure that when folks abuse the trust that they're emboldened with, particularly when we're involving the education of students, of our kids, that they're held accountable for their actions. I think it's pretty clear that the taxpayers expect that school officials and employees will use the tax dollars for student education and not for fraud and self-dealing. These are ongoing investigations. We are working collaboratively, continue to work with the Auditor of State, the FBI, and the U.S. Attorney's Office, but this case marks the first step in holding folks accountable. With that, if anybody has any questions, we'll open up to questions.